Writers in Hollywood have now been on strike for more than 100 days, but at least the two sides are talking, with negotiations restarted. On Friday, the studio submitted a new package of proposals in the first meeting to negotiate a deal since May. So does this mean an end to the strike is on the horizon? For more, we are joined this morning by film critic Rad. Rad, good to see you. Negotiations finally restarted after weeks and weeks. How did they get here to this point?
Well, I mean, it's been kind of a long standoff, right? And even before the counter proposal that the Alliance of Motion Picture Television and Motion Pictures and Television Producers, that's the union, the organization representing the studios. Even before this kind of counter proposal they offered on the Friday, before that they invited the unions, the WGA, to come speak. And the WGA came out of that, be like, these guys are jokers. Basically, they were just like, no, they're still in that same. The WGA came out of that with a really flippant statement saying, like, you know what, like the studios are still in that same position. They're still sticking to their anti-union plan. And if you remember what that plan was, it kind of leaked out that the studio's plan was to just let everyone starve, and probably around American Thanksgiving time they'll come begging for scraps. Like that was the original plan. So 10 days ago, the WGA came out saying that's what their stand was. So now this last Friday, this counter proposal that the studios have offered, the union has since come back and said, okay, we're going to consider this. We're gonna take the week to see how we respond to that. I don't know if the politeness there, Anne-Marie, is because it's actually like a more progressive offer, or if the WGA is just like, you know what, we're not gonna like give you a play-by-play with a side of shade every time we do this.
Can you outline what the writers are asking for?
Well, yeah. So I mean, one of the big things that you actually kind of first shed light for me was the AI factor, right? The writers don't want AI to take over their jobs, and not just to take over their jobs. If you think about it, like one of the proposals that the WGA is fighting against, but the studios didn't want to give into, was they didn't want like the studio to use like a chat GPT to come up with a basic film script that they then hire a human writer to then polish up for themselves, right? So that's one of the things, like protecting their jobs from AI. The other thing is, once again, keeping minimal staff, like having a sufficient amount of staff always hired, a writer's room staff to always hire to man these TV shows, and give them opportunity to kind of rise up to producers. And then it's, of course, residuals based on viewing numbers, right? Find a way to replace the residual system that we would once have when the TVs would air in reruns. Now with streaming, people keep watching things over and over again, and there's no number. They're not tracking how often people are watching, and they're not rewarding anyone based on the amount of hours watched. So they're fighting for a residual system. And the latest update from the studios, or so the word that's coming from the kind of latest proposals, is that the studios are willing to talk on the AI front, but they're not budging on the minimal staffing nor the residuals.
You mentioned Thanksgiving or fall. If they don't reach a deal soon and it goes on to that point, what would the financial toll on Hollywood be?
I mean, it's been $3 billion so far, right? Like that's what they're $3 billion. They're estimating that the strike so far has cost Hollywood $3 billion. And you look like, I mean, after this next month of kind of product of like we have like kind of the remaining tentpole movies, it's kind of looking like the Wild Wild West here, like little, those dust bowls, kind of the hay stacks falling through the horizon and stuff, because a lot of the studios, they're now thinking they're going to move their big movies to the next season, because they don't have they're not allowed to get any actors to promote their movies, and their movies can die as a result without that kind of advanced buzz. You have like the Oscar ready movies, like the award season movies, they all rely on that kind of the talent, the talk, the conversation. Yeah. They're thinking of vacating the television schedule. The Emmys are postponed, so you can't even celebrate those. Like the television schedule is looking empty. All we're going to be watching is like Selling Sunset for the next few years.
No, thank you.
It's kind of it could be it is definitely a hard blow to take after you already had, like, say, theaters shut down in the pandemic and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Rad, thanks for the catch up. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Talk to you soon.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.